just fit. It's a fairly big chuck. It's not one of them small things. That spins nice. I've got a couple of bits of 800, 1200 and 2000. So I'll just flick it on and a bit of water and I'll sand that as it spins. And then I'll go about polishing it up. You will see that. Okay, I'll film a little bit of this. It'll be noisy. I'll just show you a little bit of it. A little bit of water. Shove that on there. Anyone that polishes metal knows it takes ages. Do it however you can. Whatever's the best way, easiest for yourself. Then we've got one of these. We'll come other way. The 800. Just turn this off. Yeah, that's after just the first go. First bit with a bit of 800. It's getting a bit knocked around, but probably won't get that bit there out. Like I probably could if I wanted to, but I'm not that fussed about it. No one's going to get down on their knees and say there's a speck there. But I probably could if I wanted to. I could just do it with a tool here. Anyway, I'll just keep going. Okay, I have decided I'm going to do that. Let's see, we're ready to go. Put that in auto. See how it goes. Is it fucking working? Cutting the face of that to make it look better. Things in auto, and spin for itself once in auto. Not a bad old lathe this. I got it off an old guy. Braden, he's actually the local crop duster pilot. A bit of a hell dude. He's in his 70s and he flies that thing like it's a sports car. He bought himself a brand new lathe, so I grabbed this one. I'll just mill that bloody little bit of an imperfection out of the face there. If you do see that, clean that up, and then I'll give it another polish. Turn this off and bore you with the whole thing. Oops, I'm going to turn that off. Okay. Advance the tool a bit. Careful it doesn't go flying. About it. I'll just go back to polishing it now, and that's it. It's going to look good. Okay, that's done with 800 and 1200. It's still got the rubbish on it, but I'll just hit it with this last piece of 2000 and then polish it. Right, that's just after the 2000. I've just got this mother's stuff here. It's not really meant for a machine, but it'll do. That's all I've got. Well, I do have compound, but I'm just going to use this. There you go, you can see how shiny it is. Just got to wipe all that residue off it and give it a bit of a hand polish now. I'll take it off the machine. And there it is. Just needs a little bit more detailing and it'll be done. I can throw that on the bike. A little problem with the gearbox alignment to the back wheel. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pack this out. Pack this out to about there. It makes it line up a lot nicer. So what we're going to do, make a spacer for there. It's like about maybe nearly 10 mil, probably less. I'm going to use a bit of this, some 50 mil tube. Well, it's not tube, it's just stock. I'm going to cut that and then make a spacer. Pretty close to where we need it. Let's go a little bit further because it's got to be bored out the centre of that, so I don't have to go all the way in. No, this biggest bit I've got is 20.5 mil, so I'll use that and then I'll bore it out. Okay, we're set up there, ready? Let's see how we go. Quick look at that. Yep, got to get away more. Okay. Okay, this is the last pass. Put it on automatic. Carriage moves automatically. Gives you a much smoother cut. Ready to stop at that, like now. There you have that bit. Now I've got to trim this down, make it small, thinner. It's like 50 something mil, I've got to make it 42 mil. That's next. First trim that down. Getting there. Okay, there's that bit done. Got to trim it to size now. Let me get two of that, two different sizes, so I'll have a bit of a different adjustment if I want. Okay, that's the parting tool, ready to chop it. Cut it at the width I want. And that'll make our spacer. I don't know if I'll film all this. Let's film a little bit of it. It should do. Right, when you get down the end, just put your finger there and grab the part. Just cut it off. That's it. There it is there. There you have it. One spacer. Put this on. Put the nut on and that pulls it out. The clutch done. Sprocket lines up with the back wheel. Bit hard to tell from this, but it does. Now I've just got to position the gearbox and throw the belt on there. This belt here. Throw that on. Throw the new clutch cable on. And get a primary, make a primary cover. Whatever. Get one. There's the old one, it's just a pile of crap. I'm not putting that on it, that's just rubbish. There's the belt on, gearbox is adjusted, sprockets are in line. Bit hard to see that, but it is in line. Get it out and have a look at it from a distance back. Put the exhaust, get the exhaust sorted out. I do have an exhaust, but I'm thinking of changing it. Got to get the right carby, an English Amel GP carby. Get an ignition set up. I've got the housing there for an electronic ignition, but did have a little distributor on it. I might make a cover for that where the Kickstarter used to go. If I don't take that off, make a plug for the thing. If I don't even get a new gearbox eventually, I probably will be getting new forks for this bike. Why not? Alright, just going to put it away for a little while now. Got to paint the oil tank. I'm going to put the oil tank on and do all the plumbing. Make sure that's all right before I paint it, just in case I have to put another hole somewhere. Okay, thanks. Okay guys, thanks for watching. Yeah, I've got the Bentley motor back. It's just sitting on this cradle I made for it. It just simulates the chassis rails where it mounts. And it just makes it so you can mount it on an engine stand. And a couple of these head studs are a bit bent when in transit. I've got to pull all that back apart anyway. That block's got to come back off. I've got to make sure the crankshaft spins, and it's all got to be torqued, and I've got to check the bearings and everything before it gets fully put back together. And I'd also just like to say thanks for everyone that subscribed. I wasn't really expecting that, but yeah, to get 24 subscribers, I'm pretty stoked. Thanks very much.